Hello, hi, and welcome. I am Kozan Hussein, and welcome to the Goal Setting Basics. Now, you may be wondering, what is goal setting? Goal setting is different than what you would do on a new year when you make the New Year resolutions. New Year resolutions for most people don't work because they don't follow the basic principles of goal setting. What goal setting is basically exactly like how someone in football or soccer goes to score a goal. Basically, they plan in an instant. Right, we're gonna get the goal in, and then they kick the ball and scored. Yeah. Um, Goal setting is basically having a destination you want to get to, and then going there. It's like the footballer who decides to start playing professional football, soccer, and goes out there and actually moves forward to it and then becomes a top star who's known all around the world. Now, that's what goal setting is. It's basically getting you from A to B, and that's my job. I am Kozan Hussein, and my aim is always to get you from A to B, and that's why you're listening to this. Now, so we understand the essence of goal setting. You want a car, so you don't have the money, and you go out there and you start a business, or you go and get a higher promotion, you ask for a pay rise, you do something, and you achieve something bigger than what you've ever achieved before. You buy your dream home, you get into the career you want to get into, you get into the profession you want to get into, you do what you want to do. For Bill Gates, it was having a computer on every desk in the world, and he's achieved that. And in your case, goal setting is something that will go with you all through life. Now, goal setting can be as basic as a New Year resolution. You can turn around and say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to lose so much amount of weight, I'm going to stop smoking, I'm going to stop drinking, I'm going to stop doing this, stop doing that, I'm going to start doing this, I'm going to start doing that. And all these things, those are goals, but unfortunately they don't work because they don't follow the principles of goal setting. It's like everything we do, it's something we do all the time, every year, and they don't work. Even for goal setters, a New Year resolution often doesn't work. What works is when you're committed, when it comes from the heart, when you really desire to do something, not what you want to do. Everyone wants to make $1 million. Everyone wants a Ferrari. Everyone wants to become a top football player, singer, dancer, whatever. But what marks the difference between high achievers and people who don't achieve anything is it's not an idle wish. It's not a dream. It's a practical dream. The practical dreamer, the person who gets up and goes. So what is the difference? What can get someone like Bill Gates to go out there and become a success while many people didn't? Many people saw the same magazine that he saw. They saw the first computer, and none of them got that impulse of thought that drove them to such immense success. And now the guy is the richest man in the world, with Warren Buffett trailing behind and sometimes overtaking him. But the main key essence is that goal setting works. But why does it work for these people and not for other people? The first thing is, you have a thought in your mind, your heart must be connected to it. It must be the first impulse. Your heart must give out the direction, and then your mind must start thinking about it and start working on it. And then what do? You see, most people, there's interesting statistics. Out of 100 people, only about 5 people will achieve a great success. And we know roughly 7 people set goals. So what marks the difference is that they have this thought, and then they write it down, and then they work at it every day. Sometimes they don't want to get up and do it. Sometimes. But in most cases, they're driven to achieve success, and that drives them to the big success because it comes from the heart. Now, that's the goal setting basics. So you write it down, you write your goal roughly, make an estimation of where you want it, you start working on it, find a way, solutions come up, complications come up. Again, you find solutions and you work at it and you get closer to your goals. Now, that's all fine and good, but you want to guarantee this. You don't want to spend years on something and it's you know, a New Year resolution. You want some certainty with this, and the next step to writing it down is to have a proper goal setting worksheet, a kind of direction. And a good goal setting worksheet is designed by someone who's achieved goals, and you can get this information from these goal setting worksheets, from these books out there, programs out there, seminars, and they can help you to go forward. But you must act on the information you receive, and that's what we're bringing you here. Now, there's limitations with goal setting. You set a goal to achieve something, but often we find that we set goals for silly material things. I want this car, so you get the car, and then you have the problems with getting all the fuel for it and fixing it and all this and that, and suddenly you think, why did I buy the damn car in the first place? But if you go about goal setting in a proper way, if a person who wants to become a doctor and becomes a doctor, that's more of a proper goal. That's more of a proper goal. To be able to go and achieve big success, Bill Gates having the idea of a computer on every desktop is a bigger goal, it's a better goal. And that's the kind of goals you should go for. Don't go saying I'm going to get a new cell phone, a mobile phone, and then, you know, you get your paycheck and you go and buy it. That's not a goal. That's a to-do. A goal is something you stretch for, that requires stretching for, like doing 10 press-ups this week, and then the 11th one is hardest, but next week you do 12, and then the next week you do 15, and so on. That is goal setting. That is goal setting and achievement at its best. Now, there's limitations, like I said, with goal setting, and what the limitation is that it doesn't come from a major purpose. It doesn't come from a bigger vision. It often comes from the object, some material object, and we need to see the bigger vision. You don't want objects. You want to have the feeling of greatness. You want to have the feeling of success. You want to be able to get up on Monday mornings and feel great. And that's the process of goal setting. That's what goal setting will do to you. Now, the limitation with that is that you need to have this vision. And what I realized is I had the same problem. I looked at all these programs, I did all these things, I became a top power seller on eBay, started a magazine at 17 and done all of these things. But what I realized is it didn't give me a map for my life. So I sat down and worked at this and came up with a map called the Follow Your Bliss map. And in that map I basically detailed all the different areas, gave advice, did all of those things. And it helped me to have like a map. And like how you have a map to go from A to B, and that map doesn't just help you with one journey unless you use Google Maps. This is a map that actually helps you go all the time, wherever you want to go. You open it up, you look at the direction and you go. And the Follow Your Bliss map, that's what it basically did. It basically took your life, looked at all the areas, financial, business and philanthropy, investing, all of that, relationships and everything, and it brought it together where you could easily just bring your mind to order and find out where you want to head in the next few years, 5 years, 10 years, and you can write it down in there, and it helps you to achieve what you want to achieve. You see, so as a basics, write down your goal. If you have a goal, I want you to sit down and write a goal right after you listen to this, or in fact right now. We've still got another couple of minutes on this little talk, so what I want you to do is get a pen and paper. If you don't have a pen and paper almost permanently connected to you, then there's a problem. You need to have these tools because they're basics to goal setting and goal achievement, or you'll just wander along in life. You'll be like a ship without a rudder. You'll just move along, and whenever people bounce on you, let's go to a club, let's go to do this, I've got this business opportunity, you'll just follow them. So make sure you have this, then you can set your mind in the right direction and achieve the success that I know you can be, because people have a lot of potential, and I know you got a lot of potential in you, or you wouldn't be listening to this. So if you want that direction, I suggest that you should go and have a look at this. The link is at the bottom of this video, and it's basically, it's going to www.followyourblissmap.com, and you can find out the information there and get all of the sheets, and it can help you a lot. Another thing is, you may want to visit my website, which is www.cozancusane.com. kozanhussein.com, which is spelled KOZANHUSEYN.org, and you'll find some major resources there that can help you succeed. To your success!